my perfect Fujifilm documenting combo. I want to share with you my perfect Fujifilm combo for documenting the streets, for documenting an event and so on. So let's talk about this combo now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu and I like to talk about photography tips and tricks and photography gear, because I feel that gear it is very related to composition and to the end result. And recently I've documented a Palms Day event and I want to share with you my results in using two Fujifilm cameras. So if you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel and let's get to the subject. So I've decided to document the Palms Day pilgrimage event, and for this I've took with me my Fujifilm X-T5 with 35mm f1.4 lens, but also I've took with me the 50mm f2 and Fujifilm X-F10. And after changing lenses on my X-T5, finally I've decided that this Fujifilm X-T5 works great with the 35mm f1.4 for that specific event, side by side with X-F10. And I want to share with you my tips and tricks how I've used these two cameras, my settings, and to share with you my pictures and to see the results that are basically straight from the camera results, no crops at all. So let's start first with Fujifilm X-F10. I've used Fujifilm X-F10 to document the scene, to have more in the picture, to have more context. I've used X-F10 strapped by my wrist, hanging like this, because X-F10 is very light and it wasn't uncomfortable for me to keep these two cameras like this. So X-F10 on the wrist was very light. You'll be able to see the settings that I've used on X-F10 for exposing on my pictures that I'm showing on the screen. But basically I had ISO in auto mode because the ISO on X-F10 it is crazy good, and I've used the snap function option from 2 meters or to 5 meters. The most used option was from 2 meters, but in that crowd I was able to find out that I wasn't satisfied with this preset of pre-focusing my X-F10. Yes, I could have easily used X-F10 in manual focusing mode, setting my scale to 0.7 meters or 1 meters at f11 or f8 depending on the light. But the problem is that you can bump the aperture ring or this ring and change the manual focusing settings. So it wasn't a usable thing to do. So my subjects will be in an acceptable focus area, but yes, in some pictures you will be able to feel that the subject is not in focus. But I feel that the image is working because the subject it is sufficiently focused. But a better tool for this would be of course Ricoh GR3, because you can preset the zone focusing on Ricoh GR3 at 1 meter and you will not bump any settings on that camera. The problem with Ricoh GR3 is that you have a battery that will die pretty fast. On X-F10 you don't have this problem. On X-F10 the battery is lasting and is lasting and is lasting. So a great advantage, but yes, I would have really wanted a preset for at least 1 meter snap focusing. So I will not be able to bump this ring. Again, if you are using two cameras side by side, it is possible to bump the ring, but if you want to use just X-F10 on the streets, you will be able to educate your hand not to bump the ring and you'll be able to take shots. This video is sponsored by my site and my newsletter. On my newsletter I share tips, tricks, POVs, explain POVs, where I document all kinds of events and designs and so on that you can get and download on your computer. So please check my newsletter. You'll find the link of my newsletter in the comments and in the description. Click that link and subscribe now to my newsletter for more tips, tricks and news from me. So the basic role of documenting this event with X-F10 was to give the subject more context and to give the viewer the impression that I was there, that I was close to the subject, and I was there and I was close to the subject. This is where a wide lens it is shining. you will have that effect on your picture, that proximity effect. And the proximity effect, it is very important. So, great tool for documenting and for getting that proximity effect. The next tool that I've used is Fujifilm X-T5 with 35mm f1.4. Yes, at first I've tried to use the 50mm f2, but I felt that the 50mm f2 was isolating the subject too much. And I wanted again context. I wanted context, but I also wanted the subject to pop. And this is where 35mm f1.4 it is shining. You have the special rendering of the magic lens of the 35mm f1.4. You'll have enough context in the 53mm field of view, and the AF on X-T5 with the 35mm f1.4, it is flawless. You will not have those missed focuses like you will have on X-Pro C or other old Fujifilm lenses. The AF, it is very fast in AFS and the results are great. All the pictures that you are seeing on the screen are straight from X-T5. So the rendering of this lens, the end result, it is crazy good. And also the big advantage is that you have a very light and performant package with a great straight from the camera JPEG. So if you want to document an event, a street, and if you don't want to waste time in post-processing, and if you like colored photography, I think X-T5 with 35mm f1.4 is the package to go. The resolution is enough, the sharpness is enough, the image that you get is enough. You really don't need the 30mm f1.4, just if you are picky. If you are picky and if you want that lens, yes, of course, that lens, it's a modern, better lens, but you will not have the special rendering of this lens. In conclusion, in the past, I preferred to use a 35mm lens, especially X100V with X-Pro 3 with 35mm f2. But now I'm loving more and more the 28mm field of view. I feel that the 28mm field of view is bringing something unique to the table. It's bringing some dynamics, even if it's distorting a little the image. But that distortion, it may work in your advantage if you know what you want to do. And you will not get boring pictures. So this is where this combo, it is shining. With XF10, you will not get boring pictures because of the 28mm field of view, and with X-T5 and 35mm f1.4 you'll get that special look, that special rendering of the lens, and you'll have the subject isolated, but also you'll have enough details in the background so you can tell a story. Also, if you want more of the background in the 50mm equivalent lens, you can close the aperture. So it's a win-win package, and the big advantage is that you can match the colors in post-processing. So I've edited the Fujifilm XF10 colors with the Pro Neck High simulation that I've used on my X-T5, and in RAW I was able to get the same color, the same look. So all the pictures will work very well. And let me share with you another bonus tip. Using the 28mm side by side with a 50mm will help you get pictures similar. So the viewer will not find a big discrepancy between these fields of view. By getting it close with the 28mm or by getting it back with the 50mm lens, you'll get similar looking images, and these similar looking images will work great in a photo reportage or in a blog post where you want to share what you've documented. So this is why I really like this combo, and I didn't prefer to use a longer lens like an 85mm equivalent lens, in Fujifilm terms the 56mm. So this is why I recommend, if you want to have two lenses that will work great together and will not make your pictures to feel that are taken by a totally another photographer, then the 28mm is pairing very well with the 50mm, and you'll have the extra reach by backing it up or by getting it close to your subject. Please subscribe for more, give it a like, check my affiliate links, and be sure to subscribe to my newsletter for more tips and tricks and news from me. The link from the newsletter, it is in the comments and in the description of this video, so please be sure to check my newsletter. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.